Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back to some more Napoleonic action for you today, as we do have a 4v4 here for you today, and we have Russia and Britain already marching into position here in this town that is going to be the center of today's battle. And what a gory battle we do have lined up for you today, as already the French are scouting on ahead with some cav and have already managed to catch out some British horse artillery. As you can see, is dashing for its life here. Squares are being formed, but the artillery is going to get assassinated. And yeah, there you go, a volley going off. And should rout that Lancer, I'd imagine. Looks like a pretty good Polish Lancer of some sort. Oh, maybe not. Maybe they're not going to get it. Oh, they do. Just about. There you go. But yes, this battle here is very much a town fight over this sort of very sort of grown-up sort of a town. There's a lot of trees, a lot of green going on around here. It's not really like a town of what we know and love today, with lots of concrete and stuff like that. But yes, we have a 4v4 here. We have Britain, we have Russia 1807, we have 1805 Austria's an 8-point Austria, and then we have way over here 9-point Spain, 1809 as well over here. So that, yeah, we've got some fun factions, that is for sure. And they are looks like Spain's already facing off ready for a big cav fight here. He's got some tiradors as well to support his cav. Got some skirms. Yeah, he's going to use those. I guess he'll probably just get himself some range against the cavalry, weaken them up. Yeah, he's got a lot of cav here, another 4 or so units there. And you can see Spain and Austria marching down this road in their great grand columns, ready to try and get into the action. We've got a lot of land there as well. Look at the size of these units, 258-man units. And yeah, they're all like just marching down this road. And I guess this Austria player is going for a militia spam, just sort of like soak up fire from the French muskets, and then just, you know, maybe melee with some other stuff instead. I don't know if he's got grenadiers. No, doesn't look like it. Oh, he's got some. He's got some by the looks of it, but I don't know how many. I can hear more melee going on. I can hear more fighting, yeah, going on in the back lines as well, of all places. Denmark back here, managing to catch out a Spanish artillery train as well. This is not going well for the coalition and artillery in these early minutes. There's so much artillery lost early on here from the coalition. And now, yeah, there's Danish cav in behind. So yeah, as you might be able to tell, we have a Danish player on the Imperial side, and we have 3 French armies. Well, not even really 3, just 2, because in this is sort of like the Poland South, sort of like Poland, like Confederation of the Rhine Army. This one is, it's the weird one, and I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, this is a full cav corps being brought by these guys. But yeah, they're going cav heavy, so some of the other French armies might not have really brought much cav, because they're expecting to be supported by this this Polish player. We'll call him Poland today for simplicity. But yes, and then we have yeah, 2 French players. I think we have a Spanish campaign, and then also maybe I can't remember what maybe the other one is. Maybe Russia Center, I think, might be the other one, if I remember correctly. It's a little while ago since we did this this battle. It was on a stream. It was a really fun one. I was playing as the UK, and in typical Pope fashion, did lose artillery very early on. I am setting up my other artillery piece though now here, and I think I was shelling stuff that was ahead of me. Infantry here ahead. Trying to hit just stuff. There's a 6-pounder, yeah, doing very little there. And then I've got, again, cavalry over here. Already some Polish cav managing to catch out my Royal American rifles there. They might return, though. 47 of those may still return for another fight. And again, in the back lines here, I'm losing all my, I'm losing my bearings here. Spanish cav chasing down the Danes. Looks like they're going to catch them now. And they're going to return the favor and get rid of that Danish cav after it got rid of their artillery. And there you go. Back lines, there's a lot going on. It was really was quite something. I mean, we kind of abandoned where we spawned, which is in this like sort of fortress here, and we've kind of moved out into the forested town ahead. But actually, the Danes have spawned and kind of like got in behind a little bit, along with the Poles, all in behind. There's cav just everywhere, it feels like at this point. LOC here, just being bombarded. The Spanish got a guerrilla unit in here, and they actually are bombarding it now. The French is trying to remove it, save them actually storming it. They've got some Hessians over here. I guess could maybe storm it if they wanted to, but I doubt that would be the case. Here we go. France is now starting to appear. Yeah, this is I think this is the Spanish campaign one. There's a lot of Poles here. It could be 1812, I guess, as well. It could be either or. Just a lot of Poles over here, and I do love their uniforms. Polish uniforms do look just perfect. They really do. And here we go. Cav fight going on again. This is a big Cav fight taking place here. Look, it's like the Spanish are losing it. Actually, yeah, they lost their one of their tiradores and one of their hussars, and they're about to lose a whole bunch of other skirms. So hardly really a Cav fight. Just really, they lost one Cav, and then most of their skirmishes here are going to get lost to Polish lancers. Yeah, the Poles are in force in today's battle. They really are. And there you go. Another Cav has gone in, though. Another Hussars of Granada. And again, that's getting around. It looks like the Poles are going to lose one of their Cav, though. Or the French are going to lose one of their Polish Cav. This is definitely going to be the 11.1812. That's for sure. They just have so many Polish lancers. And there you go. Austria did send over some Uhlans to try and challenge the lancers. But they've since disappeared, have the Poles. Run for their lives. And there you go. That's not a great start there for Spain either. Yeah, Spain and the UK really having a rough start. That is for sure. My building over here as well getting bombarded with the these Portuguese in there. Artillery here still firing. Still trying to, I guess, hit anything that's dead ahead of it. Evidently there is. They are hitting stuff. These bodies are going up. Those Swiss there are getting hit hard. So the French are preparing to storm this town. This is, I guess, where all the LOCs really are situated. There's a couple of one-pointers here. And then I guess the Brits kind of hold 3 behind them, sort of. Well, the Brits and the coalition. Not really, actually, because the Imperials are in behind. You can see the Danes have actually managed to sneak a unit around the back here. The Grenadier unit as well. It's a Lifeguard Grenadier. That's a good unit going in there. Nah, I think it's going for the building. And we didn't leave anything at the building. It was kind of a bit of a foolish move. This was not a great game for us, really. In comms, we didn't really, certainly comms were not great from our team. It was a very sort of chaotic start as we were waiting for the Austrians and the Spanish to arrive, and that took a long, long time. These Lambert taking their merry old time. France is already ready to go. They've got a huge battery set up here. Look at this, 1, 2, 3 guns here, and there's actually another one all the way on this hill as well, which I guess could move along another horse artillery here. So they've got an insane amount of gun batteries here, of both Danish and also French. The Danes are just everywhere, by the way. That's a horse artillery. I guess that can traverse very, very quick. But yeah, the Danes are everywhere, in behind, in front of us. It's very confusing to work out where to really situate yourselves to counter the Danes. Because yeah, where their general is, I would suggest their army's here. They have units already over here, or artillery already over there, and then infantry in behind. Very chaotic, and there's more Cav here in behind as well. Look at this. Polish Cav here, winning, yeah, Hussars beating a Spanish Cav unit. Looks like a Spanish light Cav there. And then more French Cav coming in. It's those Polish Lancers again, going in against, looks like some C2s, some heavier Cav. They are going to win as a Spanish heavy Cav. And they need to win this fight here to the Spanish. Kind of rear charged their own Cav, and well, charged their own Cav, and also the Polish Lancers there. In go more French Cav, looks like more Polish Lancers going in. They're redlining. I mean, they're in a 3v1 here. They are not going to win that fight with a general close by as well to support with sort of inspires. That Cav there could maybe return and maybe give it a dash to go for the general, or maybe they'll wait a little longer. Who knows? But yeah, there you go. Cav sort of stabilized here for the coalition. They managed to sort of get rid of most of that French Cav that they had there, those Polish Lancers. They need to keep those at bay. But there's still plenty more Cav. Like I said, the Polish player is playing with a full Cav army, we believe. And there you go. I think. What happened there? Oh, it's just, I think the gun just got run down or shot to pieces. Okay, fair enough. I think we still have the, oh no, the other gun has actually, I think, just been taken out by cavalry as well. So yeah, I was having a bad day with my artillery in this one. So yeah, not a great state. So yeah, I now have no artillery to use. The French can now just pound me at will. So I'll have to get close. with units like the Saucy Greens, start blasting with those muskets. Here come the French with their skirms. They're going to start their skirmish phase. Their Voltigeurs getting ready. Someone's sounding the bugle there. Glorious stuff. Napoleonic Wars really is one of my, well, it is my favorite period of history. I mean, the uniforms are just excellent. They really are. They are just beautiful, beautiful piece of art. The French uniforms are especially the best uniforms. They really are. We have Tyrol Landwehr here. They're starting to drop. And these boys in their top hats and in their various different hats here, you can tell that they're a ragtag force because they are holding their muskets in all sorts of weird ways. Not in a regimented style at all. And there you go, yeah, the skirmishes. I mean, they're going to be there a long time, those skirmishes, chipping away at that. That's a 250-man unit. We've got a long, long way to go. The Russians are pretty much set up. They've got their musketeers here ready to go. They've got a horse artillery as well. 6 pounders here. They're now in a musket fight. I mean, they've not started firing. I mean, they're being shot at. They can definitely shoot back themselves. Building being captured by the Allies. Oh, the Spanish have managed to take this 2-pointer over here. Well, that's huge. Spain has managed to take this. They are way out over here taking random things. I think these are the re-rallied, yeah, the re-rallied skirmishes. They managed to take that 2-point. France hasn't actually gone for it at all. So, yeah, as it stands, Britain has, well, the coalition, sorry, have a 2-point. They have both the 1-pointers in here. So they have 4 points. Arguably could say they have the 1 point back there as well. Because they don't hold it. But the Danish do have this one. They do hold this 1 point here, actually. So they are up 1 point are the Imperials. Then you could argue that they have... Actually, yeah, they have probably about another 2 points themselves, potentially. Artillery here pounding away, doing some really good damage to these Legere over here of the French. As they try to get ready, just to chip away at these Russians. And Austria going in, he's actually just deciding he's done with this skirmisher line here. He's getting rid of that, those hussars smashing on into that. We've now got the Tyrolean Landwehr as well pushing up. And here we go, a counter of Danish cavalry. Should get rid of that hussar there of the Austrians. But a bit of chaos has been caused, which is always good. And the Tyrolean Landwehr now has pushed up and is just going to force back that skirmish line. Very, very nice. Not bad, but by doing so, pushing out into the open like this, they are going to meet all of those guns. They're probably better off in the forest, to be honest. But, yeah, there they go. Falling back now. Taking, I mean, the Cav being lost to one skirmish, I don't think was really a great trade. But, yeah, there you go. Look at these Cazadores. They are, yeah, being battered about. It's not a good start to be honest, for me as Britain. I've had a rough start. A lot of my units here just getting pounded by artillery and losing my own artillery. There's not a lot I can do about it here at the moment. Artillery here, yeah. I mean, you've got another big battery of artillery down here, just straight down the middle of this village. Yeah, you've got what looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns there. Yeah, 5-gun battery, just yeah, pounding the center street. The British and the Russians here getting hit a lot. And it looks like the Danish artillery again moving up, trying to support their skirmishes, trying to get ever closer to that sort of tree line where the Austrians are residing. And now we are kind of starting to flank on around a little bit here. The Brits are trying to get around. We've got our skirmishes out here, and I'm trying to stretch the French and the Russian, the French and the Danish a little bit here. We have tried to storm the building. I sent in, I don't know what I sent in, some Brits of some sort. Yeah, the Queen's Royal got sent in, failed to take the building. Now there's the in-skilling here, the skins could try and take it, but it looks like we've got your Gare going in next to the Russians. So this is, like I said, it's a guard unit of grenadiers for the Danes. That's going to be tough to storm, tough to break. The Brits are sending around all their cav as well, and looks like the Spanish are sending cav as well around to the flanks to try and do some stuff there. But yeah, looks like with support of our infantry outside the building, might be able to rout it. They're redlining now. Gare is orange lining. It's going to be a tough old fight there for that building. They're going to have to try and rip those grenadiers out of there. There is the main Danish army now. It's very much in the center, ready to support their French allies. And there you go, farmhouse taken. The Danes have been kicked out, and the Brits and the Russians have made up for their early mistake of abandoning that building. Here we go, the Portuguese skirmishers getting out the front. And just chip away with the Voltigeurs there, have their little bit of a skirmish phase if they want it. I'm going to fall back. A lot of these weaker units here, the Castores, the King's German Legion, just been pounded there by artillery here. I mean, I've taken an absolute pounding in and around this area here. A lot of cav dying for the French, but they're taking a fair amount of my infantry with them. Now it's just to play a bit more slow, a bit more steady. And yeah, I think the French, well, the Poles having to send cav back to this flank here because they were expecting this to be a very passive flank. I was playing quite passively with my infantry here, but now it's starting to move out, get around the flanks. We have the infantry here, Cambridgeshire foot, and also some Portuguese infantry as well, shifting that way. As you can see, it does seem as though Austria and Spain are pretty much in position. 3-pounder set up just behind the tree line. They're pounding all the way through and trying to hit this big French offensive that is coming, made up of a lot of Poles here. Yeah, a lot of Polish infantry coming forward. They're going to try and storm this tree line, get rid of the Tyrolean Landwehr. Also looks like we have a Polish Lancer here, flanking around. They do not realize how much they're walking into, though. There's a lot of Austrian cav and infantry here still threatening. It also looks like there has been another cav fight here, though, and it looks like a big, yeah, like look at this, big lance units for the Poles over here, and also some light cav still causing issues here. Looks like, yeah, they might have routed a few, it looks like they might have routed some Austrian Uhlans, and that's about it. But here we go, in go the Poles. They are going to go into the Landwehr. Landwehr hardly hitting anything. This is how you deal with Landwehr, you melee them. Get in amongst them, start twirling those bayonets. In goes the next unit. I think it's going into the same Landwehr unit, that's absolutely fine. You have Grenadiers moving up as well, and also looks like some Chevalier Gueuses of some sort for the French here. And I think that's kind of blobbing. I mean, kind of, sort of. The Grenadiers hadn't quite engaged. They almost had. The cav had, though. That's 2 infantry and a cav on 1 unit, which is usually a 2-to-1 ratio instead of a 3-to-1. In goes the cavalry here from the Poles, going in amongst, looks like some Uhlans of the Austrians. And then, yeah, the Hussars here need to side charge these Lancers here and try and get some charges into them. Try and do as much damage as possible. We have also got, yeah, more elite infantry, more trained infantry ready to go. They need to start firing here, these Hungarians, to start blasting, hit the Tyroleans, hit the infantry behind, whatever you need to do. It's getting a bit chaotic there in that tree line. Also looks like Austria's been forced back. The Lancers continue. They are running into some Hungarian infantry of their own. And as you can see, they are going to run out of steam here at the Poles. At least that one is. Looks like, yeah, more Hussars here routed by Polish cav. And looks like, I think this is a Russian cav unit of their own here going in. And they, I think, have run into squares. No, they haven't. They've just run into infantry and reared up. They did get finned a little bit there, in fairness, though. And it's all going on this flank here. As, yeah, Poland really risks all their infantry. 11-point France risks all their infantry, and Poland risks all their cavalry. But it is just a lot of Poles. In go the Poles into some Grenadiers of Spain's. It's an easy pick them out with their big mitre hats. In goes, yeah, it looks like some cavalry as well. It looks like more Russian dragoons here. They are breaking through. They're going to get into the guns here. Going to get those Spanish guns. Will they get the Spanish infantry as well? Maybe. They didn't form square. So almost certainly, yeah. I mean, with the guns routing, these guys might rout themselves. It's looking rough. It is looking very rough here. Spain bringing forward more reinforcements. Austria sort of stabilized. There's more elite infantry in the Landwehr. But the infantry is now getting... The French are getting in amongst the guns. It's not good. Yeah, there's Polish infantry leading the way. They were doing a great job. Russia might need to act. He might need to send reserves over here. He's got plenty of these you get here. He might need to shift them over here to support. France is just getting forced back here, finally by some grenadiers of the Spanish. And looks like that squareable did just about hold. Scared off the infantry, and here goes Russia with cav, going in amongst a whole bunch of Polish cav. Very confusing what's going on down here. Denmark's now also arriving. I was going to call him Danemark. It's getting, yeah, very chaotic down here. The Russian hussars also joining. Just charging into an absolute mess of stuff down here. Just trying to slow it down. I don't know what they're trying to even hit. Maybe, probably this Polish infantry here, maybe. Seems like they're a bit all over the place, that cav unit there. Austria, though, is slowly, ever so slowly being edged out of this forest, I think. This is costing the French a lot of men. A lot of men being lost here. This game. The air fighting in this is not even like the Poles, which are really good at melee. They need to shift these forces here, potentially into the forest, to try and force them back. Denmark is now, yeah, throwing himself onto the Russians. Denmark is definitely more of a shooting faction than it is a melee faction, certainly against the Russians. But in goes some grenadiers by the looks of it. Don't know. That's certainly a messy engagement, whatever that was. They've got themselves tied in there. Denmark has been thrown back on that far flank. Hopefully these guys aren't firing these lifeguard grenadiers, but they're kind of being kept well protected. They need to get ready for a melee. Yeah, it's looking very messy here with Denmark. Britain still being pretty slow on their side. Still, I mean, yeah, just basically sizing up the French. Yeah, the grenadiers get stuck in. Russians, I don't think they're even on fire at will, but they're getting shot point blank range right now by the Danes here, and not reacting at all. And the Danes could go in if they wanted. There you go, they're going in. That's a lifeguard grenadier going in. It's one like we saw in the building earlier, defending. They'll take out a couple of Russians, I'm sure of it. There you go, routing that one, smash into the next one potentially, or go and support over on that side there. But yeah, Denmark is getting thrown back in quite a few places here. I mean, these guys are in square for some reason, these Spaniards. I guess because of the French cav that's just all running around in the forest here. France has been successful in sort of the forest bit, but it's been forced back now by fresh Spaniards and Austrians going in. Yeah, these lifeguard grenadiers are mopping up the Russians here. Russian infantry just cannot stand. I imagine with these grenadiers getting in behind, this one will break as well, but not before they're going to break some, looks like some, just some light infantry of the Danes. That was very, very good. And yeah, it looks like Polish Lance is going to come forward again, maybe try and charge in. The Spanish, actually, apart from this one that isn't square, and most can't form square, they're going to get stuck. Yeah, look at that. The Poles are just charging into the square. That was really odd, very, very odd. There you go, the Lances, though, into that one, and so Spanish formations there. Big cav fight on the other side here. Britain losing out, it looks like mostly, but Spain is about to go in. I think at this point the Spanish player did DC, which is not good for the coalition. Hopefully AI Spain can sort of take over and do great stuff, but we will see. In go the British again. Cavalry Battalier. It's a Cavalry Batala. I think it is the Portuguese cav, basically, just going in, smash them up. Really nice done. Britain needs to keep moving forward here. This infantry, just keep pushing forward, get rid of this flank. There's not a lot here. Denmark is setting over cav though, as is France. It's actually, you still have a lot of cav here, a lot of dragoons and other cavalry for the Danes. France has been forced back here, but it's, you know, it's bloody, but it's not yet out. Denmark as well, slowly being forced back. I think the lifeguards maybe are dead. The grenadiers certainly are in a bad shape and are about to get routed there by grenadiers of the Spanish. I think the lifeguards might be gone as well, but in comes more Polish cav into the side of Spain here. That's looking like a cuirass unit as well. That's a heavy cav going in. That needs support from the Danes. Really, this heavy cav has been thrown in and it's been thrown to the dogs almost. Because yeah, Tyrolean Landwehr would just shoot it inside. Yeah, good, it's getting out. It's going to get friendly fired though by the Danes. That's its reward. It's redlining now. And there you go. They've stabilized. Both sides have sort of, you know, really badly bruised each other there. And the offensive in the town is still going on. France still sort of chipping away with these units. I think this is a pretty low morale French unit if the Russians were to melee it. But it is a good shooting unit, if I remember. Britain here as well, slowly extract, like, forces its way through. I don't know what this light infantry is doing here, but it's just get shot for free. Here we go. I think we're just going to see, yeah, the British sending in a King's German Legion, going to storm that gun there. We've got Swiss infantry trying to counter it. They might, yeah, I was going to say, they might get the gun, they might not. They get, in fact, yeah, the gun actually was routed. That's the success. That is all that was needed. That was my great plan. And now line up in a line fight, just start blasting these guys. Point blank range. What the British want. They want to just blast them, and there you go. Another unit lost for the French. And now we've got these guys on the run. I can sense it. Blood is up for the British. I mean, this is not good though here. This is not a fight they won. Cavalry Battalion here. Yeah, getting routed. There's lancers there coming across, yeah, and Denmark and Poland doing their bit. And this is not good because there's now a lot of cav on this flank here. Britain can form square, which is obviously good, so it's not the end of the world, but they could get in behind if they wanted to. Russia now mobilizing its lifeguard Jaeger, it looks like. I mean, actually, they've seen a lot of action already, it seems. Yeah, a lot of these Jaeger being kept in reserve, now being thrown forward. Spain and Austria, the two, like, Habsburg, sort of historically powers moving together as one. As Spain, I think, like I said, is DC'd at this point, so it's kind of just moving a bit chaotically through the Austrians. And looks like they've got in for the guns here, Austria, and they managed to get those Danish horse artillery pieces. There is stake set up though, so you can't really push more forward with the cavalry. Landwehr here though, getting ready. They might melee themselves here. Yeah, just get these skirmishes. That should be easy enough for them. Rout them. They might then get the one beyond. The Polish cavalry here looks like it's getting ready to combat this mass charge of Landwehr, as they are just going all in. In goes more cav. It's going to charge on the stakes. Not careful. I think this is a lifeguard here. It certainly looks very elite for the Danish. I think, yeah, they're going to force back the cavalry just about. Don't know if they're going to force back much more. Counter charge now from the Polish infantry. It's been successful. So there's so much battle. If they break the Tyrolean Landwehr, they might break a lot more. There you can go to the Landwehr. They might get a lot of these Spanish troops, you never know. Cav going in, see where the squares are formed. But it's getting very much into a melee fest on this side here with the Spanish and the Austrians charging those Polish lines. Yeah, we got like grenadiers stacked on top of each other here and a fair amount of infantry. Forming squares, or at least they look like they're trying to. This one didn't, but looks like, oh no, that one didn't either. They just turned to face the cavalry and instead getting charged. This is what happens when AI takes over as a team, which kind of just turned into an absolute travesty with tactics. But they might repel this cav here. It was orange lining for a second. It doesn't seem like the Spanish are going anywhere anytime soon. But it's not looking. I think France is slowly turning this melee around. They are looking like they're going to win it with the cav. They haven't here. Routing a lot of these Spanish infantry. There you go. Austrians breaking as well. The Landwehr's going. Yeah, this is looking better for the French right now. But it's just whether they have the reserves. A lot of their troops are actually now tied down over here, facing off against the British troops that they might have wanted to support in that push there. Russian, he's bringing in his sword musketeers as well. He's bringing in his weight into this fight. Fighting the Danes. that Polish heavy still alive? I don't know if it is. It might actually be committed, I don't know. Looks like we've got a Saxon sort of cab down here, looks pretty elite. That's fighting off against some Castadores. Does it look like they're going to just about hold on? Again, more like infantry going in for the Spanish trying to side charge, but they're getting side charged themselves by Grenadiers of Poland. It's getting very messy down here. Yeah, there's so much fighting taking place. It looks like the Austrians and the Spanish have managed to win on this flank here. They managed to force back the Polish infantry and cavalry over here. And they are continuing their advance here. France is just about holding on here in the centre with Denmark. But for not for much longer, as these units will just flank around in a moment. Britain in a long line fight here with the French just chipping away, doing what they can. In comes the Cav, it's going to get rid of the skirmishes, but these guys can form square. They can take out the skirmishes all they like. They'll just blast them with the squares here. Nice volleys into those dragoons there, dropping a few of them. And as you can see, the Brits are flanking around the Cambridgeshire foot, flanking around here. And they're going to start to just get in behind those French lines. The British can keep moving forward. Keep those French in their sights. Here we go, Denmark is throwing in his last little bit by the looks of it. Trying to hold back these Russians, these pesky Russians that just won't give up. I mean, I certainly think the Russians are probably the most bloodied, I think, at this point. Looking at their forces, it don't seem like they have a lot left. They threw a lot into support over here, and they also are fighting their own town fight. Austria also looking pretty bloodied, but I mean, I'd also say, yeah, and Spain as well. Spain also looking pretty bloody, but they DC'd. They probably have more left if they hadn't DC'd. Looks like this cav here, is it? Looks like it pulled through, really. That Austrian unit there, I don't know. It's going in now into more Austrian infantry. I mean, to be fair, that got fimmed. Fimmed pretty hard as well, actually. Yeah, now France is putting up a last stand, trying to chalk up the last few kills. Shoot those damn redcoats and their Portuguese allies. So many of them left. I had so many troops left, to be honest. I think I was in the best condition. Even though I lost my artillery and most of my cav, that's all I really lost. The dragoons of Riga here, arriving on my flank as well to support, is a great asset, to be honest. Just because there's the one cav left here that could cause a lot of upset. I don't think it'll like loads. I was mostly worried about my general, I think, being lost. Beresford in the back lines there, just sat there. I was constantly worried there's still like enemy cav in the back lines, causing a threat. Cav here looked like it was going to go in, then change its mind. But yeah, the British lines are just absolutely bombarding the French, getting point blank range. I mean, the British could probably melee if they wanted to. They could probably melee down this line to get rid of these last few French. They're routing so easily. But there you go. After a rough start for the coalition, they are losing a fair amount of cav and artillery and an LOC in their back lines. The coalition have managed to turn this one around. I redeem myself as Britain. Who needs artillery? You can just blast point blank range with your redcoats. And there you go, Russian dragoons going in, routing that French dragoon. And now it's just a clear up process here for the coalition. Really, it's the last few units going in. I think we've got generals going in as well. Fighting the landwehr, trying to get themselves a few kills. They might, you never know. I think that's this general here dying here. So I think that's co-planner's general just dying. as he commits himself in. There's another French one here that's probably going to get got by the Russian goons. At least be routed. There you go, another one being killed off. Marshals, yeah, getting killed off. And I think now it's just... I think there's just one random unit of Danes. Yeah, look at this. The Danes actually did go all the way to that one point over there. They had actually occupied this. We just didn't know. So they got way in behind with some units. The skirms here just now moving forward. And they just need routing. So we'll just fast forward as we get to the end of this replay. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you've got this far in the video, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here. And if you want to see more Napoleonic action, do hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss out on any Napoleonic battles. And yeah, if you ever want to get involved in any NTW3 battles yourself or take part in some streams, feel free to join my Discord. The link is down below in the description. We do try and do some battles every Monday. It just depends on whether we get any crashes or anything like that. In like recent streams, when like the most recent stream from recording this, yeah, we had a lot of frustration with crashes. And it looks like, yeah, a few French infantry returning, we're getting blasted by the Spanish. So it shouldn't take too long to rout some of these units. And yeah, just waiting on that Danish infantry just to be routed as well. They could just march out from the town here. We've got a Jaeger in there. They could just, yeah, march out and just deal with them. But I'm sure that someone will deal with it in time. Well, they may just mass rout. They do sometimes. It's a lot less likely, but you never know. Yeah, here we go. The Jaeger now arriving. Should deal with these Danes. And yeah, then we should have the end results hopefully on our way. Yes, the Brits all moving in this direction, just marching over their graveyard. I mean, yeah, it was a really rough start for me. I allowed myself to get absolutely pounded by artillery, to be honest. Shouldn't really have allowed that. And then also lost my artillery a bit too easily, to be honest, as well. It was a bit of a rookie mistake, to be honest, how I lost my artillery. But to be honest, it's some players that I play with often lose their generals very easily. For me, my artillery. It's inevitable I'll lose it. Very early on to something very, very avoidable. But yeah, in a moment, we should have the Jaeger here just blast their way through. The skirmisher, I mean, the skirm might just try melee just to earn this battle. It's good of the players, you know, it's a good sign of a player if they don't just try and prolong it. They just, you know, want to try and get the battle over and done with. The battle's lost. Like, this skirmish is not going to win the day. Yeah, just might as well end it, and we'll get to the end results in a moment, I'd imagine. And there you go. Here we have, hopefully on your screen, the end results appearing so you guys can oogle at all those kills. I can't remember how well I did. I think I did okay, getting some decent kills for the British. We'll have a quick look at my unit stats now, and we'll have to see how they are. I mean, I got 125 kills with the Cambridgeshire Foot. I think they might have also gone into melee, which is why they got so many. But yeah, then my like infantry here, like 86 kills, 84. Nothing insane, to be honest. My King's German Legion, 83 kills. But yeah, nothing like crazy, to be honest. But yeah, hope you guys did enjoy this NTW3 clash. If you did and want to see more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment to show your support. And I'll see you folks in the next one. Bye for now.